Welcome back to Nightingale's Motorcycles and Metal Finishers and Restorers. What we're going to do this one, it's TLR200. If somebody's actually looking for a bargaining sense of what we put into a machine of a TLR200, a special, and I'll go through a few bullet points and show you what you're actually going to get on this machine. It's one of our own machines. It's one we've had and done different things on over the years, and what we've decided to do, we're on Monday now, it was Friday last week, we actually took it straight down. It's built in a Rothman's colours with the blue and white tank. So what this machine's going to actually have, so you'll see this been built back up by us and ticking some of the boxes. The first thing I'm going to say to you on this one is, what we're doing is, the frame's white at the moment, like this coating here I've got on this swinging arm, and this is a swinging arm I've just done this in because we're going to do the frame in this, and it's very similar if you look at this colour here. Remember, this is powder lacquered as well. This is a ceramic coating, and this is in like a Springfield grey, so it's a little bit darker, but it actually is a lovely colour close up and lacquered over. So it's going to get a frame repaint and refresh just on the swinging arm, and I'll talk you through some of the things. And now if you are at the stage you're thinking of a TLR200 and you're buying a donor bike and you're going to bring it into someone like myself, or you're going to start at home, I'll just show you how you could win on some money on this particular bike and what should been put together, which won't be long. It'll be over the next 3 weeks because we're just taking it down and we're going to do a lot of refreshing on it. So what I'll talk about first is, so we're going to get this into the frame. The frame's a white frame. This one here will be the same modified frame where you've got the footrests which are modified down, blended into the frame. I'll just get some footrests to show you. And these obviously fit straight over here on a plate, all nice and neat, matching in. The head angle's been done already, cut back to a degree which we use them at, and then what we'll do is we'll paint that in zinc grey and lacquer, so that will be the base colour of this frame, which I think it looks really classy. So it's going to have a Rothman's tank and seat unit on it with a built-in tank, not the aluminium separate one, though there's nothing wrong with that, it's just that we have one for this machine. And then we're going to go from there. So I'm going to talk you through a few bits and kind of give you some idea what it costs with us in the workshop and how you can save a few quid if you're interested in this bike. So we'll start off with tapered head bearings. It'll have new. We'll have rebushed out the back brake lever because we always rebush them, and then we'll come to a few other things. So we'll have powder coated swinging arm. It will come on the standard air filter box and standard carburetor, which we do on all the models, and we won't have one of these, which, as I say, I've always bigger air filter box. That'll be going on eBay. We just powder coated that, but there's reasons in past videos I talk about that. These boxes could actually, if you put these in a proper airflow machine and sent them to the right place, then matched it on a rolling road and did lots of things with these, you could make it into one of the boxes like what comes off them. Not as good as one of the original boxes by any means, but so that won't be on it because we don't use that. So we'll have powdered swinging arm, powdered frame, so it'll all be refreshed, a Rothman's tank on it. So when we come to the wheels, these wheels we did several months ago, so these are on stainless steel spokes. I've ceramic coated the hubs. We put tyres on it then, and they've got black nipples on it, and they're on newish rims. So that's front and rear. The forks have been resurfaced, new inner stanchions, brand new. Obviously handlebars, and then we work down through the yokes to the bottom half of these fork stanchions, which we'll service up. Rock shocks rear ones, which I've actually powder coated on the outer spring, and grey, the same colour as the frame it'll be on the inside. So they'll be on the back end of it. I'm trying to get you a picture how good this will look. The footrest will probably, there's a modified footrest like off the Beta we fit to our frames. We might paint these out to give it a bit of bling to match it in. Talking through the front pipe, we'll have a front pipe on it similar to this, and then we may have one of our own exhausts or a more expensive exhaust, but with our own exhaust systems we've cut them right down. We've got the 18mm tubes on them. We've done in the firebox some other modification, and they just for us give us a little bit more bump, because we've had every exhaust there is on rolling roads and over the years on TLR200s. As for the engine, so that's giving you some idea on the rolling chassis. New cables, of course, the extra modification on the front brake, the clutch modifications. When we come to the engine here for this machine, this was taken down about a year ago, and we put everything into it. New shafts, new sprockets. I even fitted the one to the crankshaft, new chain, and a lot of polishing went on, and we ceramic coated this. Now, because we've decided to put this back through the workshop, we're going to take this engine back down again, and obviously we'll be back to new, but there's nothing wrong. The engine's fantastic. So you say, why do it? Because we're going to sell it. So it gives us time to refresh the rocker. One of our cylinder heads on it, which is the bigger valves, bigger cam. The one of this head will actually be getting a little bit of a modification on it, though it's one of ours. Just to the inlet and the exhaust ports, because remember, as I spoke in past videos, these machines were built as trail bikes, and at the end of the day we now can just tweak them a little bit the more we've learned on them. The heads are fantastic. The heads fit straight on of ours we sell, but what a difference it makes. It'll have a barrel on it, rebored out in a new piston, just a flat standard piston, not an high compression piston. And then through the engine itself, as I say, bearings, seals, crank will be checked again and balanced. All set up service, fresh oil in it. And the thing is with this engine as well, which can swing you to a few quid if you are looking for this modification. This has got the different gearbox in it, so we've closed first to second up at a bit of a jump. It used to be called Gornley gearboxes many years ago, so we've just brought them gears together. So that actually has it done to this machine already. So we're going to take that down, give it a refresh. While it's down, we'll put new Vit and seals in it, and also just come over here and show you what else we do. On our cylinder heads we sell out, we ceramic coat the valves. I'll ceramic coat the rocker box again for heat dispersant, and also ceramic coat the cam again for longevity. Again, they're on the double bearings, a little bit of tweaking on the ports. You can see the difference in the valve sizes, what we take them up to. We'll have a bit of billet work on it, new flange at the front, and probably one of our windows on it as well. So that's just onto the engine, as well as I say, taking into consideration that this will have the closer box in it. I personally think when we move into different exhaust systems and we fit one of our heads and a standard piston, not an high compression piston, I'm convinced that this first to second we don't notice it as much, where before it always seemed to be a bit of a leap. But this has got it in this engine, so you're going to see a Rothman machine built with that colour frame, everything refreshed on stainless steel alloy. Tyres are as brand new because we're just pushing it back through, chain sprockets and everything checks on the cush drive and everything. Ceramic coated hubs, rock shocks. We may even yet, I don't know yet, depending. The only thing we haven't put, because I'm just pending, is our own Nightingale Velocity Pro yokes to get us away from some of the old school stuff. Plus it makes it look more cosmetically pleasing I aren't quite on top of these yet. I will be soon. So the idea of this video is to do this in quite a quick time, because we took it down in 2 hours, and if 99% of the people coming in would have said the bike was mint, perfect. It's only thought, right, we'll refresh it, we'll powder coat it back up, we'll do a little bit on here, a bit bling, heat dispersant, freshen it up for someone, because it's got so much money. And I can honestly say, if you take the Donner bike in, even if we get one of our imports in, or you bring your bike to us, if you take your bike and these bits here, without any labour or anything, you know you're at £5,600. No matter if you buy the parts on the Donner bike and bring it in here. So this bike has got a lot of trick parts in. As I say, we'll be returning the original carburettor with a little bit of a tweak, and the original air filter box. The only thing I'll be doing on the carburettor is I'll be putting an heat dispersant on the float bowl housing for the external heat from the head to the float bowl. We lose about 3 or 4 degrees on that. One of the big things for the on the cough, as well as a few other things with the other bits of tweaks. So I think it'll be an interesting one, this, because you're going to see this will look stunning again. This bike, it's in the right colours, but it'll be all ready to go. We have a trial section around the back of here, some good obstacles. If you think you're feeling that way out, we've got a kicker we can put in, and you can put this bike straight on top of a skip. So we're pretty confident, you know, that our machines fly. And the biggest thing is, of all these years of doing all this, where we've gone from different this, different that, and different heads, and everything we've gone round in circles, is longevity. These things start, if you drop them on the side, they start again. When you come out of a dip and go around on the throttle, you don't get the hesitation, they're off. And so you could save yourself a lot of money, because this is just falling in that period where we've stripped it back down. We could have just left this engine. It's had, all this has been done, everything's been done. But because it's going through for sale of our workshops, and that's what we do, and we're a restoration business, ceramic coating, all your polishing, professional polishing, we've got soda blasting, walnut blasting, vapour blasting, tank liners, full restoration, 6,000 watt ultrasonic. So we've got a fully equipped restoration workshop. So if you're interested in buying this bike, then it's how to save a few quid, especially if you're at that unknown stage where you bought a standard one with the standard tank with the helmet. Remember, this will come with the flared mud guards like the 4RT, time you get sitting with the Repsol tank, and all the little bling bits on it, which cost hundreds of pounds hidden. It might just be a way of putting your name on a machine. And if you want some colour coding when we build it back up, the crankcases on this machine, one of the things we look for when we buy a machine in as well is the condition of the casings. I know we can diamond grind them and we can take them back, but good quality casings like on this one, and I think I might have some, the outer one here in the drawer and that, the under casing with all the indentations still in it and polished. They're all little things, nice corners, no marks. The hubs, the brake arms extended, thicker brake cables. The electronic ignition, either our own, which I build in the workshops here, free revving, or one we've bought in even, to give us maximum reliability and a bigger spark. It'll all be fitted to this machine. So keep watching this one, because it won't take us long once we get this pulled out. We've got everything in stock to build these, but the majority has been done. But it'll have a fresh bore on it as well, one of our heads, all serviced up, and the casings will be polished last thing. So we'll see you in the next one on this one. Cheers.